Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I am your host here, Chantele Francis, here with my lovely co-host. We have
Brazil.
Hello, Brazil. How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I mean, I love Love Island, but I think we need more content with Love Island. But we're still going to talk about some stuff that happened yesterday on Love Island, or with the Islanders from Love Island, anyways. If this is your first time on Reality Realness, well then welcome. Please do us a huge favor and subscribe right down over there, because we're doing our best to get to 1,000 subscribers, so then I can feel like maybe I can have some clout to go and talk to some of those Islanders that you want to know all the tea about. So the only real content that's kind of been going on about it is CELY had a question and answer that she had on her YouTube. Laurel had an Instagram story. I could no longer find the E-pop or Daily Pop, Night Pop that I was looking for with Morgan Stewart. I know she talked to some of the Islanders, but I couldn't find it. Like, I searched for it, I couldn't find it. And then we can just maybe still go through the BuzzFeed quiz and just talk about what our answers would be and what their answers will be if we remember them, and whatever you guys want to chat with us about. So we're here for you. I know we're all still jonesing. We need our fix here, and we're doing our best to give you some content to get your Love Island feels. So CELY'S videos, you didn't get a chance to see it yet, but it was like, I thought it was pretty good. Some people were like, oh, she's only fun with Johnny, but I really like CELY. I think that her personality to me is somebody that like I would hang out with, just because like I like people that she seems to be in a very good mood all the time. She's positive. She's, silver lining, and I usually like to hang around with people that are not that anybody else is, but Debbie Downers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
The first thing that she says, and my heart actually did drop, so you know that I feel something for these people, is, so her sister's reading the questions, and they're like, so are you and Johnny still together? And she's like, we are not. And I was like, and it actually I was taken aback. I was shocked. What would you have felt if you had experienced that like I did?
I don't know. I don't think I'd believe it.
It was just shocking. It was just shocking.
Yeah.
Like, and she was pretty straight faced. She said, just kidding, like very quickly. But like, I got that pang of like, oh my God, holy shit.
We'll leave it for her to make it interesting.
Right? But my heart did drop, but I was shocked that I was affected that much by like that. Like, who cares? Right?
Yeah. That sounds pretty fun.
So apparently, before she she went on Love Island, she was a training assistant. Do you know what that as a job is?
A training assistant. Maybe she was training to be an assistant.
Training assistant. I thought I was gonna remember what it was for. But it was a training assistant for something. Darn it! I thought I was gonna remember, and I clearly do not.
I have no idea.
Sweet Tooth in the City. Nice to meet you. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And Jaquan, hi Jaquan. Do you have any questions? We're kind of just going through the BuzzFeed that we didn't finish yesterday, and then also CELY'S YouTube video and Laurel's live. That's kind of what we're going to chat about, and whatever you guys want to talk about as well. Anyways, so she quit her job and she doesn't intend on going back to it now that she's been on Love Island. We kind of all saw that coming. People did ask, and so we got the answer. So people wanted to know what her Latin background was. What do you think it is?
Mexican?
You're correct. She is Mexican. Training assistant. They hand out photocopies for the speaker, I think. # shade. My goodness. Phil, coming in with the shade.
Hi, Phil.
Phil, do you watch Love Island? I don't think you do, but if you want to pop on, let me know. EJ, hi EJ. The party has arrived, ladies. How are you doing today? We're doing really well. We're kind of getting scared because we're not having as much Love Island content as we've had in the past few days. And so we're getting a little bit worried that we're not gonna be able to talk to you guys. or have anything to talk to you about. Hi, I'm Jordan. How are you?
I am Jordan.
So yes, you are right. She is Mexican. Both of her parents are. So she asked. She talked a lot about the different drinks in the villa. So they were only allowed to have a 2-drink maximum. Boring. The guys kind of complained because it's like Sally was saying she's only 5'2", and so she is really small and about 110 pounds, and so she's pretty small. So 2 glasses of wine, she's gonna feel it a little bit, but like these 6'4" guys that like weigh literally twice as much as she does, like with 2 glasses of wine is not really gonna get them having them a little buzz. But she said that sometimes they did get mixed drinks as well and beer as well sometimes, but it's still a true 2-drink maximum, not minimum. Sorry. Which
I heard after the island say something about that.
About 2-drink maximum?
They were talking about Kirsten and whether or not like they thought Kirsten was drunk. Damn it. During during some scene, and then they were like, "Oh no, we asked her." She said she only had her first glass, not her. She hadn't even had her last one yet. I was like, "Oh, so they must only get 2 glasses of wine."
Yeah, it is 2 glasses. EJ says, "Girls, this video Sally annoyed you." I'm like, why? I mean, it didn't bother me at all. How I started off this video was like, I kind of like Sally, like I vibe with her, but it could be because she's a Cancer, correct?
Yeah, she's Cancer.
And so you may not appreciate Celly's like hyper, like buzzing, like chatty, loud kind of energy. It may just not vibe with you. Like you probably like people a little more chill, a little bit more soft, a little bit more cuddly, like a little more laid back. That might be more of your vibe as opposed to like someone that's really talkative and loud. EJ says, I wish she had just come out with some new content. I mean, I don't think that they really anticipated how much people were going to be wanting content from them. That's why they keep on being like, well, if I go live, will you guys like show up? Like I don't think they really know what to do with like, and how to create content. And I think she also probably has problems with videos for copyright stuff. So not videos, but like.
We're not allowed to share stuff per their contracts, maybe.
I mean, I think they've shared everything that they're allowed to so far. He just says, I emailed the girls that after the island to see when the interview is dropping. I got from Celly that it was for sure in it for the spotlight. Well, I mean, okay, you come out of a TV show and you have 300,000 people that are asking you to do stuff. I mean, why wouldn't you take advantage of the opportunities that you have aligned yourself with at this point? I don't know how she got into the villa. Like if she auditioned because she wanted to find love, or she auditioned because she wanted to get some clout and get some, popularity so she could launch her career. Whatever it is, why isn't she allowed to use the opportunities that she's being awarded for going on a TV show? I mean, she did put herself, her feelings, her life on display. This is something that she actually also said in that particular live. She's like, hey, just to remember, guys, we're all just human beings. Like, let's just be nice to everybody. Like, we don't need all the hate. Like, we appreciate the love, but like, just realize that we're just human beings. And when you say something hateful, not that you are EJ at all, but like something hateful to us, that really does hurt us. And so she just is reminding them that they are just people. And so what do you think about her only in it for the spotlight?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone's going to take advantage of it, I think Sally would be, just because of her personality. So, and if she's not continuing with her career or job that she had before this, then I don't see why she shouldn't.
Well, it's kind of like, even for the Bachelor and Bachelorette, like the star of the season that didn't get the guy, they become the Bachelor or the Bachelorette the next season usually. That's kind of like how it's true. And it's kind of like basically saying like, well, you only were on the show, like you shouldn't take advantage of being asked to be the Bachelorette because you should have that shouldn't have been what you wanted from the season. You should have just wanted the guy. And it's like, well, no, sometimes like, you know, you line up to opportunities, and her being on that show is lining her up for opportunities. And I think that it would be silly, especially if she's in an entertainment background, for her to ignore that. Jayvon says, after the island, teasing Johnny and CELY interview on their story. Teasing as in like teasing them, or teasing as in like a preview?
I think for a preview.
He just says, I'm so loud. In fact, I see a lot of myself in CELY. I even told my man that my next husband would be as lushy black like Johnny. So maybe what you're not liking Johnny is something that not Johnny, sorry, CELY is something that maybe you, not that you don't like in yourself, but that you recognize in yourself that maybe you don't like seeing in her, or you know what I mean? Sometimes when you point the fingers, it's because there's something within you that you might not want to look at or not want to see. And so that could be something to think about. And you know, maybe you're jealous of CELY for getting that hot guy, that Johnny babe. EJ says, Danielle, hi there. Nice to meet you. Yes, we know CELY is a Gemini. We've talked about their signs a lot.
No, we were saying that EJ is a Cancer, not CELY.
Yes. And so thanks for joining us. Nice to meet you. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. EJ also says, for me, what I absolutely love of the season, it was a win for Black and Latino minorities, 100%. And I think that was definitely something we've been talking about this whole time, is like, it's been really positive for showing a little more diversity, and like the more popular couples were diverse. And that's like that's not very common. What do you think about it watching it? Because obviously I'm going to look through it with a different lens, but for you, how do you feel? Did you feel it was different? Like, what did you think about it having a little more diversity?
I mean, it was definitely refreshing. Like, if you saw a picture of my family, I think maybe I'm probably the whitest one in my family. So it was nice to just see even people that I'm related to be able to succeed in these shows, and like I've never seen before. So
yeah, I think it's really positive moving forward. And yeah, I'm curious to see if they keep on going in that direction for seasons to come, or if like, you know, if that's like, okay, we did it, guys. We got our black winner, and now we're gonna go back to our usual formula. Hopefully it's a trend that continues, especially in other shows, and recognizing from other shows, be like, hey, we could have a lot of popularity with going with the minority. Hi, Sandy. Nice to meet you. Thanks for hanging out with us. He just says, I think the show should get more hype. This show? Our show? Or Love Island?
I think Love Island, but...
Well, I think our show could get more hype too. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He just says, CELY and Johnny would do well to use YouTube and Instagram the same way that Hamilton's did after Love is Blind. 100%. I think that they are just figuring it out. They've only really been out of the villa for a week or so. So, you know, they think they're still like getting back. They're like picking up their phone, realizing that they have a lot of like, they probably have 100, like a few thousand messages in their Instagram inboxes to like filter through if they feel like it. Talking to their friends and family. Like I think they're just catching up on life a little bit. A lot of them we know are trying to move to LA or whatnot. So moving is a huge ordeal. Like I've had to move across Canada, well, twice fully. And it's actually really labor intensive. So I can understand that kind of planning, but as soon as they get to LA, I wouldn't be surprised if like, okay, we don't have a job right now. We need to start making money. And I think that's why, you know, all their family members started them up with some YouTube channels just so they can start like getting at least a little bit of YouTube ad money right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think them all having younger siblings or siblings close to them in age has been super helpful in that sense, because they know how to help them monetize in ways that their parents might not.
Right.
Not in a bad way. Just like my dad would never think to be like, yeah, YouTube or yeah, Instagram. My dad's like, Facebook?
Facebook's useless. Jaquan says, I think CELY is dope by telling people not to be negative to anyone. But on the other hand, I still don't see her being cool with Mercedes.
She's never going to be cool with Mercedes, but she's just going to be the bigger person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that she's going to be mean to Mercedes if they have to hang out in a group setting. I feel like Mercedes is going to try really hard to like be nice and be buddy and be friendly with Celly, and I don't think that Celly's going to want to be fake, but I think that she'll be cordial.
She's absolutely going to reach out to. I mean, what's her name? Mercedes is going to reach out to Celly, but I bet Celly will just leave her unread or on read.
Both. Yeah, I mean, I don't see them being cool, really, but I think she'll be cordial. And I think Mercedes is gonna be like, oh my god, like I don't hate Celly at all. Like, I'm trying to reaching out to her just to like be cool, but like she won't even talk to me. And like I can just picture her trying to push the blame onto Celly, and it's kind of like, well, you were going in there single and you didn't care about Celly then, so I would not be interested if I were Celly.
Nah.
EJ says, what other Love Island season should I watch? This is the first season I ever saw. Ooh. Okay, I think that you should go to Love Island season 5 UK, then season 3, and season 4, 1, 2, 6. And then, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Australian accent personally, so that's probably why I didn't gravitate to loving the Australian versions, but they are also good content as well. But just like the accent, I'm always just like, I can't find any of the guys attractive because I don't like the accent.
Really?
I just do not. No.
I'm a fan of any accent, really.
Oh, I mean, no. I don't like the Australian accent. It could be because like I like the British accent so much, so it just sounds like, you know, broken British. It just doesn't sound
maybe,
like
yeah.
Nice to me. And it just has an upward inflection I'm not a fan of. But I mean, there could be some hot people everywhere, but I just didn't find anybody on that season hot that I was like, you know. So yeah, try those. But season 5, I think you'll really like. And Nala, you're interrupting.
Sorry.
So yeah, M. Jordan says UK season 3 and 5. Yeah, I think that 5 will be more kind of like this season. And then 3 is actually pretty dramatic, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, but 5, I think you'll like 5. Both of you. EJ, what I found interesting is that Celly said in her videos that she will be moving with her sister. I thought her sister was married. Doesn't she have more than one sister?
I didn't know her sister was married.
I don't remember hearing that her sister was married. I don't know. I don't remember that. She did say that she was moving with her sister, and that makes sense to me. Like, move in with your sister, move to LA. Like, you know, she needs somebody to hold that video camera when she's making her Instagram lives or whatever, you know?
She needs someone to create content with.
Exactly. And like her sister might be able to get some of that little clout that she's going to be receiving right now. Nala.
Gosh.
What platform has the UK seasons? Have you guys seen the MAFS Australia Hot Mess? What is that? MAFS.
Not sure. Platform, wasn't it Hulu? Isn't it Hulu?
I don't use Hulu.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure I used to watch it on Hulu.
Because I don't Hulu. I don't use you. I use Hey You here.
Is EJ? Are you in the States?
I think so.
I'm looking on Hulu right now. I'm like 99% sure I watched, and that was the other hard thing about watching 800 episodes a season. The ads.
Yeah. That's true.
But you can ball out and pay for the premium Hulu. Yeah, Love Island UK is on Hulu.
Hulu it is. All of them? All season 1 to 6?
Yeah.
Sweet. That's a really good
yeah, only season 6, 36 episodes, 550, 459, 350. Wow, season 1 only had 34, and that's the one I watched, and I was complaining about that. Jeez.
I mean, you get hooked. Season 2 is also really good. I loved a couple of people, and I just love seasons where lots of people make really good friendships and relationships. And so I feel as though the longevity of relationships, more of them lasted in the UK. At least like two or three relationships lasted on the UK seasons. I don't know the longevity for all of these ones. Maybe Jelly and J-Lub, but the other ones, I'd say hell to the no. Dexter, hi Dexter, how are you? Nice to meet you. Please subscribe if you haven't already so you can hang out with us more often. Dexter, I will be honest, I only watched the first 2 episodes of the show. That's it. And I didn't have positive vibes. I felt so bad for Justine, but it looks like I should have continued. I'm obsessed now. Yes, it definitely turned around. We all thought that it was going to be a typical Love Island season where, you know, the darkest skinned black beautiful women were not being fancied by the men that were coming into the villa, and things were different. We were all proven wrong, and it was really a welcome difference of a season, especially since on other reality shows you always don't get what you want. Like, I feel like we were able to get what we wanted this time around.
I agree. I loved it. Dexter's a female, by the way. Whoops.
Say that again. What'd you say?
Dexter's a female, she says.
Okay, hi Dexter.
Sorry.
EJ says, if you look at her sister's Instagram, her wedding details are there. I'm just too invested in the show. If you want to be invested, though, like some of you get really hooked with some of the people in Love Island UK. I followed a lot of them on Instagram, and like some of them getting married and like being on Say Yes to the Dress and stuff like that. And so I feel you. I know what you're going through. It's happened to me before as well, where, you know, you really go down the rabbit hole of enjoying content of people that you have no idea anything about. Yaquan says, Faith have interviewed Trey, DeAndre, James, Benny, Cher, Julia, and Laurel. I mean, thank you, Jaquan, but like, I find Faith so boring. I watched her one interview with
After the Island, I think.
After the Island, was it? Whatever. Bored. And then she did an Instagram live with Laurel. Bored. So I just don't find her interesting.
I don't either.
So I'm not going to watch it. Like, I was looking up content. I didn't even stumble onto this. Like, I was trying to find some videos to watch for today, and I didn't even find her. Saquon, should we watch it? Do we care? Like, should we get her on this show? He just said, oh, Married at First Sight. Okay, I've never.
Your roommate watches that, or watched that.
I've never watched it at all. Like,
I think if it's the same one on Netflix.
Well, she's saying Australia, so Australia's version. Oh. I don't know how I feel about this show. I've never gotten on the bandwagon. It's on like season 11. And so I'm just like, even 90 Day Fiance, I'm kind of like, What do you think? Did you start watching any of it? No?
No.
I watched season 1, episode like 1, 2, and 3. It's interesting, but I don't know. And Jordy says, do you plan on participating in any reality TV show? Example, Love Island, Big Brother, etc. Well, I'm obsessed with Big Brother, so I will be doing my best to get on Big Brother Canada this season 9. And obviously, like, I'll put my hat into Survivor to see if I can be the one Canadian that will be on Survivor season 41 or 42. So we'll see what happens. The other ones, though, are American, and so I can't be on Big Brother USA. Love Island is not open to our Canadians. The Bachelorette is, but I think I'm out of the age bracket for being on The Bachelorette because they pick people that could be my children to be the Bachelor on the show. And so, yeah. What about you, Brazil?
Big Brother, obviously. That's been my dream since I was like.
Have you auditioned?
A wee lad. No.
Oh.
No, I want to before 30 for sure. But yeah.
Are you going to audition next season, next year?
You should. I don't know. I'm just like I don't know how to audition, so I don't know.
Well, I'll help you make a tape.
Yeah, but Big Brother's been my dream forever.
Me too. I mean, I'm obsessed, obviously. Both of us, if you guys don't know already, we met through playing an online reality game version of Big Brother. So she won the most recent season, which is season 4, and I won the season before. So I gave her my crown. I was the season 3 winner of this online reality Big Brother game. And so we are both definitely Big Brother super fans.
And we're supposed to play in All-Stars, but Chantele
I don't know. I don't know if I want to. It's just it's 85 days, and
it's a commitment.
You think that you don't, if you're not going to be like that invested, like you actually really get invested, and you're just chatting and messaging and talking and live. Like it's just there's a lot, and I don't know. If in January I'll be ready to, or December I'll be ready to get really sucked in at that time. You know?
Yeah.
Things could change. I don't know, but. Right now, I'm not really feeling it. EJ says, yes, she's in Florida, baby. Hi, Sanchez. How are you? You are a real gangster. Well, that is good to know. Well, do real gangsters subscribe? Do that, please. It's a gangster move. Dexter, I don't think that the show did Justine justice. When I looked at her Instagram page, she honestly could be a model. Stellar. You know, honestly, though, I don't think that casting and the people and the producers really can see the beauty of people that are not white or that are diverse. They don't see how beautiful she actually is, or how much of like how great she would be as a contribution to the show. Like they don't see it as well as maybe some other people that are a little bit more open-minded or have a lot more diversity in their life. Like Justine said on one of her lives that she's auditioned for Survivor several times. I think that she would be a great person to be on Survivor, you know, and she's of color and she wants to be on the show. At that point, she was probably like early 20s, like a very perfect time to be on the show. And she never made it through. And so I think it's just a problem with casting, not seeing how great people of color are. Because I think it's because they want to put them in a certain box. And she's not the finger wagging, you know, trope, or maybe she is religious, but like, you know, with the Bible, like reading, you know, those are usually 2 tropes that they have for the Black people that they have on their reality TV shows. And so I think that they just don't understand how to really look and see Black people. Do you have any thoughts?
No, I mean, I totally agree. I think people started to appreciate it after the fact, but I think now maybe they'll realize the star that they had without even knowing it. So it would have been nice for them to know it from the beginning.
Sanchez, I don't know what other comments you've had, but if it was anything that was rude or unkind, YouTube will flag them and I won't even see them. So I've only seen the one, and then I see your next one, and so I guess I will flag you now. But I did it before.
Adios, gangster.
Oh, there shows I am feeler, female. Jordan says, yeah, 6 seasons. They only had 36 because of Caroline Flack, I heard. And also it was taking place in the winter, and it was the first time that they put themselves in the winter time frame. And I think that there was another reason why they had a winter season as well that had nothing to do with Caroline Flack. And so I do think that it was because of the winter, though, was the biggest part. Like just having the timing from when it started to when it finished, like fit 36 episodes rather than having the entire summer that they can have the whole show.
Probably location too, because if I bet like when it's summer here, it's winter in Australia. So they probably maybe filmed
UK.
Reverse filmed or whatever, you know, like in somewhere else, even though it was winter for them, but it was summer for that other place.
I think they still did it in Mallorca.
Oh, really? Have they done it in Mallorca every single season?
I'm not 100% about season 6, but yes. Jaquan says, I didn't watch any either. Hi, CJ. How are you?
Hey, CJ.
CJ says Justine and Caleb are verified on Instagram now. Exactly. Like we knew that there was just going to be a matter of time. It had nothing to do, I don't think, really with them being, ousted and not getting Instagram verified. I think it's just all about timing. He just says, girls, I'm telling you, Married at First Sight Australia is just wow.
I want to see if it's on Hulu.
Like the most recent season or all seasons? Maybe. We'll give it a try. Maybe. Dexter says you must, also watch Married at First Sight, but it takes you from mountains to valleys. Okay. Maybe. Not against it. CJ, will you be reviewing The Amazing Race on a regular basis? Yes, CJ. So Phil, another friend of Realnesss, him and I are going to be doing The Amazing Race, obviously with special guests as they come. Every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing the Wednesday night episode review on the Thursday. So you can check it out. We did our draft picks yesterday. So we made our teams and we set out a poll just to see who people in the audience may feel is going to do well or who they want to do well. And so super quick poll. But yes, we will be. So join us Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern for our Amazing Race coverage. Season 32. Hi, Divine Me. How are you? She says to EJ, yes, Married with at First Sight, Australia is a mess. LOL. Watch all the seasons. Okay. Okay, you're not telling us to, but you did. But I probably will. Acts of the Island is dropping it at 4. Okay. I feel like it's been dropping for like a long time. Like, wasn't they supposed to watch that today or yesterday?
I think yesterday, yeah.
He just says, agreed to Dexter. Justine is stunning. Yes, she is beautiful. And I mean, and maybe even moving forward now, she might get some opportunities to do some modeling. We've talked about it before that some of her stands were hoping that Rihanna might recognize her beauty and her, her stardom from Love Island. And
Fenty.
Getting a Fenty endorsement, which would be very cool. Dexter says, at Married at First Sight, people that did the Black Bride's makeup were way off base. So that seems to be a problem. Hired makeup artists and hairstylists don't have a clue. 100% Dexter. I work in film and television in Canada. And a lot of the times on set, there is not a black hair person or a black makeup person. And I will always bring my own makeup just in case they do not have colors that would be a perfect match. So
I told you about my friend before, how that's how she got big doing her makeup, because she's African American, and now she specifically does it for like black brides and bridal parties and whatnot, because she knows how to do all that and make him look great, and hair. So need someone that knows how to do that stuff.
Absolutely. It's also, I'm always just like, oh gosh, like what, I'm going to look so bad. Like whenever, I mean, not to judge that people that aren't black wouldn't know how to do black hair and makeup, but you're just getting nervous because so many times that's the case. He just says, I just saw Limey with Sandman. Chantele, you should do an analysis with him. I know we are totally loving him. We're working on it, and some of you guys have been maybe sending him comments suggesting that we do a little collaboration. I have mentioned it to him, and so he's like said that he was going to figure out how to use StreamYard to see if we can do a live together. And so hopefully we could do something together. We are working on it. You guys, if you don't mind just like asking him on my behalf, I ain't against it. Or Chantele, no, Chantele is how you spell my name. You were closer the first time. You just have to put an E on the end there. What if you did a live date on YouTube with Sam and just saying, Love Island has me all lovey-dovey. I mean, I think he's very handsome, but I am one that would more likely rather to be paired with somebody that has an elemental match with my zodiac sign, even the sun sign. So I don't necessarily gravitate long term with someone that's Taurus, but I usually find them very sexy because they're earthy and very grounded. But then it usually doesn't work out. I've dated a lot of earth signs, a lot of Taurus, didn't work. A lot of Virgos, didn't work.
Try.
You should give it a try because
You should give it a try.
Pisces and Taurus are a very good match. So
Don't deflect.
you know, I already said this to you the other day, and he said that he was interested in Justine. I don't think temperament is, because he definitely likes Justine's temperament, and that's so not my vibe. You know what I mean? Like, it's not me at all. So, but he is very handsome. So maybe he has a brother that's like an air sign or a fire sign, and I'd be all up in his grill. But I wouldn't say no to a date. And photography. Oh, yeah. No, 100%, Dexter. I think I told a story at the beginning of this Love Island series where I was doing I bought a Groupon just to get some headshots done because I was moving to a new city and I just needed some new, quick, fast pictures. And so I did it. And this girl was like, oh, I've never taken a picture of somebody with darker skin before. Pictures weren't great.
Pictures weren't great.
He just says Lauren from Love Is Blind said the same thing, that they did her makeup bad for her wedding day. Yeah, I was, for a very, very long time, I was always terrified when anybody else did my makeup because they always make me look, in my opinion, unattractive. Hi, Blaine. Haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you again. How are you doing?
Hey, Blaine.
Meso, hello, Meso. We got the whole gang's back together today. Yay! So Meso says, you think that thing talking about her and Caleb on the Shade Room is cool because the J-Lib stands are trying to get it. Maybe good for exposure, but the Shade Room brings more toxicity and pressure. I don't know the Shade Room. Do you know anything about the Shade Room?
Yeah, it's like another version of TMZ.
Oh.
But on Instagram.
I'm gonna follow that because I don't know about the Shade Room.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that they should necessarily go on that because I feel like they should stay away from negative publicity. You know?
Yeah, I don't think it would be negative for them, but just in general, the Shade Room doesn't. It just is kind of like TMZ, like.
I haven't seen it though. Oh, there's so many of them. Is it going to be specifically for Love Island?
No, it's just and it's like a verified Instagram page. I think it's verified.
Like the Shade Room Teens? You know what I mean? That's verified.
Oh,
the Shade Store? No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can find it and send it to me so I can look at it properly. EJ says, okay, so my Aquarius like me. What would be his sign? I'm July 19th. What does that say about our signs? This is interesting. Well, so your husband is actually a lot like Caleb. And so he's going to be, you know, somebody that you could talk to, definitely somebody that has a lot of opinions, usually very logical. They are for the people. So they might not be that great at, you know, maybe comforting you as being a Cancer, like being all huggy and lovey-dovey. They might now, obviously, because you've grown together and you've been living together and you've been in a relationship together. So that might have changed. But initially, though, the way that you guys receive love are usually completely different. And even on the BuzzFeed, you know, gifts of service is what Caleb appreciates as a way of getting gifts. But Justine prefers to have, touch? What is it called again?
Physical touch.
Physical touch as being her love language. And so you might recognize stuff like that. You love things being homey and family and lovey-dovey and, you know, just kind of heart-centered, while he is going to be more for like, hopefully everybody's having a good time and, you know, do things for the masses and maybe have a lot of creative ideas. He's probably quite funny and tells a lot of jokes and innovative, great stuff, but like heady stuff. So he's going to be a little more in the head as opposed to in the heart, I would say. Blaine says, I keep up with the TikTok shade room for all the TikTok drama. Okay, well, Blaine, can you send me all these links, please? Like
I'll send you a DM of the actual shade room.
You did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Nikon says the shade room just shows shade. Keep Caleb and Jelly far away from there. Yeah, I think so. EJ's a married, a logical man. Yup, he's gonna be logical. So true. I'm more the party and than he is. Yeah, that's usually kind of how it's gonna go. You're gonna just be more like being emotionally out there. They're gonna be a little bit more chill. You know, in that kind of way. It's a different, just a different vibe, you know? Different vibes. Okay, so what else did they talk about in CELY'S YouTube? So yeah, she's gonna move with her sister to LA. One thing I thought that was really interesting, and it keeps on coming up, is that they actually have no perception of time. So they don't tell them what time it is at all. On their phones that they give them all the times are completely different. And when they wake them up, it's never at a certain time. And so sometimes CELY was saying that they would overhear the producer slipping and saying like, oh man, they're in such a good mood for only getting 3 hours of sleep or whatever. So like they will wake them up on like, you know, they go to bed at 3 a.m. They wake them up at 6 or 7, and like they just have no idea what time it is.
Because they're delusional. That's why.
Yeah, so they just wake them up whenever, make them go to sleep, make them wake up.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Cruel. Both CELY and Laurel was saying that their sleep schedule is still kind of messed up because they weren't on any sort of like real routine.
Well, they probably did that to cause drama too, because you're cranky when you're tired.
Or like to have more time in the day to film.
That too.
They kind of have to get a lot in, you know, in like 18 or less hours, or well, around 18 hours they probably got a day of filming.
Jeez.
Right? EJ's, I have to go. Great, but I love y'all. Love you too, EJ. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks for all you do as a teacher. We appreciate you. Absolutely. I have so many friends that are teachers.
And like, if you're bored of this content, let us know, because we're just kind of like, we hope you guys still want to chat about Love Island, but we know that the content is dwindling. So let us know what you think. Blaine says, what challenge series are you going to watch next? I don't know. I haven't decided with Michelle yet. Do you know which one would you want to watch next, Brazil?
Ooh, is it the one where I don't want to say the ending. Doesn't matter.
All right. Okay, we'll figure it out.
I don't know what number it is, but it's the one where I texted you and I was like, my jaw literally dropped to the floor.
Oh, that's the one with Sarah, the Rivals 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. So CELY was talking about her favorite moment of this, like during the whole season, and it was actually, she said, driving to different challenges, because that was the first time like they're outside the villa, they get to be in cars, they don't have their mics on, they get to listen to music and stuff like that. And so she's like, we were just wilding out anytime, like we were just like out of the villa, like we felt like we were free, we hadn't seen people and like real air. She's like going insane because of the fact that like she really loved like being free. I thought that was funny.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, the lack of music thing would definitely do me in, I think. Stop, Paula.
100%. Nick One says, CELY, Johnny, Justine, and Caleb bonded more during their car rides or when they weren't filming. Yeah, 100%. Like, I think that they're true friends. I know people are trying to peg Johnny against Caleb and stuff like that, but like, I really think that they actually all really like each other. Mackenzie's the only one that seems to be still really not cool with Johnny. But she also watched Casa more when they were still in the villa, so.
True.
Dexter says, I'm enjoying this chat. I know of no one I can personally talk to. Well, I guess you kind of have to watch a little bit of Love Island to know all that we're talking about, but we love having you here. Mm-hmm. So we talk about reality TV, basically. And this season of Love Island, season 2 US, is over. So we are just basically chit-chatting with you guys. So with like the background of Love Island being a topic of conversation. He just says, I'm a fan of your show and I like Sally and Johnny. I'm a ride or die fan. Woohoo! I'll see if I can follow The Bachelorette with y'all. I'll come on to comment after the Jelly interview. XOXO. Yes. Okay. So that's
once a week. Tomorrow. Do it.
We're doing it tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. Right? Brazil looks shocked.
Sure.
It was a Jelly interview, but we're not going to go as long as usual. Like we're going to.
Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah. I forgot that that's happening today. I thought you meant tomorrow for Bachelorette. I was like, what are we going to talk about?
No.
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah.
Blaine says, Chantele, if you're looking for an older season, I'd suggest Inferno 1 or 2. I don't remember who's on it. I'm going to say probably yes. I'm going to look. There's a few different people online that have
season of Derek.
Pardon?
Pretty sure it's the Inferno 1's like Derek's season where he's just like constantly battling out of the Inferno.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the seasons now off the top of my head because I literally watched them 20 years ago. But okay, well, I'll let you know though. I'll put a poll up on Reality Realness on Instagram and show you what we're considering. Dexter says, I'm in my 60s and I have no friends that love reality shows like me. Do you know what though? There are closeted friends that like reality show. You just don't know that they do. They don't tell people. I was at a birthday dinner. The first time I've actually been out of the house since March for dinner. And we're sitting there and I started talking about like the fact that I do a podcast and that I speak sometimes on Rob as a podcast. And the one girl, I've never met her before, was like, you listen to Rob as a podcast? She's like, I am a Survivor super fan. And I was like, what? So then we started talking about that. And then these other two girls, I overheard them talking about Love Island. I'm like, are you talking about Love Island? They're like, shh. And I'm like, what do you mean, shh? She's like, nobody knows that we watch the show, but we love it. And I'm like, I'm obsessed. And so they also they also watched it, but like I would never have known. And they are also keeping a little bit of hush hush. So maybe if you suggest it to people like, hey, let's watch something together, they'd be like, oh yeah, I watched Selling Sunset, or oh yeah, I used to love Survivor. You'll be surprised that there are some people that like reality shows. But we are also very happy to have you here with us because we definitely love reality TV.
No shame there.
No shame. Jaquan says, Mackenzie, who's that again? Are you the shade room, Jaquan? Blaine says Inferno 2 has Darrell. I love Darrell. I love Landon. I love them all. Abram. I saw that Abram just got married and got married to a black woman. Abram, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tina, Beth, Jody, Robin, and The Miz, NCT. That's pretty good.
Beth. Oh, Beth.
That's pretty good. But I think I'd go to Inferno. I can't remember. I'll let you know, Blaine.
CT's my favorite.
I know. I love like unhinged CT.
Oh, well, I like CT when he lasts longer than, a week or the first 30 seconds of walking in, but
fair.
But like quiet, calm, focused CT's hot too, man.
I mean, I was always a big CT fan.
Sipping
Hi, Mary. How are you? Mary says, do you find Calvin and Moira's answers to basic questions about their relationship so strange? To me, they talk in circles. I like Calvin's personality better on the show than his interviews and his lives. 100%. I listen
Mary, I have to be honest with you, girl.
Pardon?
I have to be honest with Mary. I haven't watched one effing Calvin and Moira interview. And I'm probably not going to.
I did just watch a live of his, and somebody asked, like, what's going on with his relationship with him and Moira. And this is the circle talking that you are mentioning, Mary. He was like, yeah, but like in the island when we first started on the show, like we thought that we just take it day by day. And so now that we're outside of the island, like, we get to like, we got our phones back and like we're living in different cities. So like, we're just going to basically like take it day by day. That's basically what they said. I don't think that they're really working on being in a relationship together. I don't think that they like each other that much to really pursue like staying in contact and FaceTiming every day. Like, I don't think that they're there. I don't think that they're really going to make that much effort to see each other personally. And I think that they will make out if they have a big group reunion, but I don't feel like they're going to put in the effort to stay a couple. What do you think?
That's why I'm not invested. I don't think that they're going to, nothing's going to come to fruition. out of their relationship. And if it does, okay, I'll eat my words. But if it does, I probably still won't follow it. I mean, I'm just not that. They're very boring to me.
One thing I find a little bit more interesting, I mentioned this yesterday, is he does donut reviews and he loves donuts. And so
Really?
I'm interested in like seeing him go around.
I wonder if he's ever been to Randy's Donuts in LA, because that's, talk about cult following and diehard stands. Randy's Donuts. And I can confirm they're probably, other than like Psycho Donuts in like Portland and like SF, Randy's is probably the best donut I've ever had.
Well, I don't love sweet things.
You've seen, well, I don't either. So for me, like, I have to eat like half a donut or like a quarter of a donut. I'm always the one annoying people at work. So I'm like, I just want half. And then they go in and like there's half a donut. I'm like, well, who touched that one? I'm like, I didn't touch it. I used a napkin. I just only want half. But you've probably seen this iconic. You've seen like pictures of Randy's Donuts before.
Do they have like really great iced coffees? I feel like people on TikTok have been talking about like a triple almond milk latte, iced latte from Randy's.
I don't know, because you can't go in there. Like, you can't go in the store. You just like order like kind of, and they're kind of in the main ones like in Inglewood. So like Nipsey Hussle. I don't know if you know Nipsey Hussle, but when he passed away, he used to live, like, he was shot down the street from my old apartment, and it was right next to Randy's Donuts, and yeah, so now it's like blown up even more, but and he like has like photo shoots with his wife in front of Randy's Donuts, so it's a thing. But
well,
if you're in LA, go to Randy's Donuts.
Okay, so with Randy's and Krispy Kreme, do you say like what are better and why? Or like, what do you enjoy better?
Randy's, because Randy's is not commercial at all. Krispy Kreme's like obviously great because they just do one thing very well. Like, I've tried other types of the Krispy Kreme donut, and nothing even comes close to just their normal glaze. But Randy's, like, any of their flavors, and they just have, like, my roommate's favorite is like a cherry glazed or something, and it's just the glaze that is cherry flavor, but then the rest of the donut's just plain. There's nothing on it. So it's like not too sweet, but they just have like, they have really cool flavors, and you can tell that they're made like,
I mean, I'm not sold, but I don't care for donuts.
No, but and oh my gosh, at Randy's, they have these jalapeno ham and cheese croissants. Those are bomb.
Don't eat meat.
They probably have cheese, but
I definitely have had some vegan donuts that have been delicious, but I find that Krispy Kreme's
have you had Psycho donuts?
They make me throw up. So I just think they make me feel sick. I don't know. I can't really have. I don't know what it is.
More for like the experience of, it's just like a really cool store.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't. No,
I don't like sweet stuff either.
So Jaquan says, "LOL, I'll be at my homeboy's house watching y'all all the time and watching Love Island. I'm not hiding nothing." Yes, be strong, Jaquan. EJ says to Jaquan, "How do you know that Jelly's interview is dropping at 4 on After the Island today?" I think he said that he saw an Instagram post about it. CJ says, "People, please forgive me, but I watched Rachel's After the Island interview recently, and it wasn't a good look. She is really young and will grow and learn from it. She's also pretty and very intelligent." Yes, I just saw a little bit of clip of it because Murad was kind of covering it. I think that we also have to remember that people are asking her about the same situation. So she's also explaining herself because people are asking her the question. It's kind of like when we will talk for an hour about the same issue over and over and over again because people keep on asking the same question. And so, yeah, I could see that it's not a good look because it was like a month ago that it was an issue, but people are still asking the question. And so I feel bad that she's kind of getting painted as being bitter or being mad because she's still talking about it. But at the same time, as I said, people are still asking her the same question. So did you watch any of it? No, she kind of just basically was talking about how she was best friends with Justine in the beginning, and she just felt hurt by her just not being upfront. You know, the same argument that we talked about before. And so people are saying it's not a good look because it looks like she's bitter because she's talking about it now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think that was kind of the only thing that Rachel had to talk about after. So that's going to be one of the only things that people are going to ask her about.
Exactly. And
they really have, like, I mean, they could be asking her, like, how did you feel about Jeremiah, you know, like, friend zoning you, and now him saying that he doesn't understand why he didn't pick you. Like, that's what I would have been asking her. I wouldn't have been asking her about Justine. But
I didn't hear what the lead-in question was, but she talked about Jeremiah. Well, like, she talked about the whole scenario. So
yeah, she doesn't have much to talk about, guys. So
yeah, exactly. Let her be and stop asking. Like, don't have her on the show then if you're not going to ask her the same question that everybody else has asked her already.
Yeah.
Dexter says, "I'm all for seeing a date with Chantele and Sam."
Y'all know what to do. Go in those comments. Get it done. Chantele, you're single.
Taurus thing. I mean, I won't say no to a date.
Put on your blinders for the Taurus thing. You never know. I don't act like a Pisces.
It's always hidden underneath, and then it comes.
Oh, Jesus.
And my brother's Taurus, and I'm just like,
just give into it. Just try. Oh my god. I will be moderating our first date show, and you and Liming with the Sandman will be the first two, and then I'll be the one giving you guys the deal breaker or like the icebreakers.
Okay, sure.
She said sure.
Yeah, do it. I'm down.
Go, guys, go, run. Run your little fingers over.
Dexter says Duck Donuts. I've never heard of any of these donut places, but I also haven't been to the States in a while. Other than I've been to like Detroit.
Dexter, where's Duck Donuts?
In the winter. EJ says, seriously, guys, I have a hard time peeling away from this conversation. Sorry.
Just give them all A's, EJ.
Just be like, you get an A and you get an
EJ,
A.
what oh my god, what do you teach? What category?
Subject.
Oh my gosh, Jaquan, subject, thank you. Jaquan, do you want to hear a crazy story about Nipsey? So I had no idea. Well, so I lived right on the border of Inglewood, my last apartment. It was Culver City, Windsor Hills, and then like one street over. I lived on Fairfax, like the famous street in LA. And I lived on Fairfax and Slauson, and he was shot on Slauson about a mile down from my apartment. This night, though, or this day, I was at my really good friend's house who lived just a mile on the other side. And I'm with Nala. I'm like leaving her house, getting ready to go home. And there's just like so much traffic to the point where like all these streets are blocked off. And then there's people like running around, all these cars like trying to like look for people. And I was like, what happened? And I go on Google and I realized that Nipsey Hussle was shot right, not even near me. I was still like a mile away, but it took me 4 hours to go 2 miles. Like I had to because every street was closed off. They had helicopters. Like it was the craziest thing ever. And it was super sad. But, but they had people coming around, like looking into your cars, like to see if like we were hiding anyone in the vehicle. And it was actually very scary.
That cake that I was talking about, the medium, she channels Nipsey Hussle, and it's interesting.
I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm like literally in the thick of it. I had no idea. And it must have happened maybe 45 minutes to an hour right before I had left her house, and she doesn't have cable, so we weren't even watching TV. I had no idea about anything, and then I'm in my car, and I'm like, Kamara, I literally can't go anywhere. And then yeah, so she was kind of looking out for my car on TV. She saw my car a couple times over the helicopter because I had a very distinct sticker on the back. But it was crazy.
I can't imagine. Jaquan also says to EJ on Instagram, both the island, After the Island and CELY have it on their story. And if you type in the channel on YouTube, it says it. Okay, jokes. Rachel, who says EJ? Shade. Turn it up for the tape.
Say it louder for me.
Oh my god, that's the other thing I had to write down. Turn it up for. How do you guys think about some sweatshirts? Ones that says like it's the blank for me, purple on purple. Maybe turn it up, turn this up, whatever exactly she says.
Say it louder. Say it louder.
Louder. Turn it up. What does he say? He says, "Girl, please." Is it girl?
Girl, what?
Girl, what? Is that what she says?
Yeah. No, he says like, girl, what?
It's girl, what? Okay, I didn't write it down. Weird. So maybe include that. To have some maybe sweatshirts, like because I want a sweatshirt that says that. So I want to get one that's purple, because like Justine looks so cute in that purple like crop top and biking shorts, and
I
so
would wear that.
like purple on like purple like that color, then you can wear it with purple bike shorts and be like, it's the blank for me. I don't know, cute. Tell me if you're like really against this, or if I should start designing some this weekend. That's so fun. I think it's fun.
I just want my water bottle that says Brazil and then realness, like looks just like the Love Island one.
I'll have to. I don't know. I haven't seen a place that does water bottles, so
I could find a place that does water bottles.
But like that, I wouldn't have to carry the stock. So drop shipping.
Well, I mean, like, we'd probably have to go. Oh, actually, my friend has a Cricut, so I could probably cut out the stickers.
Blaine says that I mentioned Inferno 1. That is a good one too. Darrell, Coral, Katie, Abram, Veronica, Julie. I don't remember Julie, and the Miz and CT. Yes, I mean I can't remember every single season properly. It's all just like a blur of 20 years. So I'm gonna have to go through with Michelle, and we're gonna like go through specifically and see which one we want to do. But it's gonna be an older season. It'll be before season 30 for sure. Probably even before season 20. We'll probably stay in the teens. Dexter says he could have been a preemie. Who are we talking about?
Yeah.
Who could have been a preemie? Jack Donuts. Oh, for his birthday. Sandman. So like maybe that he was born.
Oh,
a different birthday.
Oh, that's hilarious, Dexter. Oh my god. Yeah, have you ever thought about that, Chantele? Like, what if someone was supposed to be a sign and then they were born another sign because of like,
I was born late.
Okay, so you would have been a Capricorn?
But I already have other Capricorn stuff in my signage, so I still got that Capricorn.
Well, maybe he was born late and he's supposed to be a whatever comes before Taurus.
No, well, yeah, before Taurus is not bad. So I like Aries, and I also like Gemini. So before or after Taurus is good. Jacob says Rachel goes deeper with it on the Atlanta interview, which was a better one. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna actually watch any more of the Rachel stuff because like it's bothering me that she's getting so much hate, but like she's just kind of just talking about her experience. And it's only because Justine ended up winning the show that it's looking like she's coming across as kind of bitter. And so, because if Justine hadn't won the show, this conversation wouldn't be looked at so poorly. Because now it looks as though she's trying to bring down Justine. But if the show didn't go this way, it would just be information about what happened on the show. So I don't think I'm going to watch any more of it because it's riling me up, and like I don't actually care that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Hey, WATD, what's up? Does that mean something that I just don't know what it means? WATD?
I don't know. I don't know that.
Okay. Hi there. Voting figures are released in the UK after the island is finished. Do you think that they'll do the same thing in the US? No. They don't seem to be as transparent in the US. For instance, Big Brother UK, if there's somebody that says anything racist or anything threatening, they pull that person into the diary room and you watch and hear the conversation that the diary room has with this person. Like at 1654 or 1654, you said to so-and-so this. Do you see how this could be seen in this way? Do you see how this might make the other person be like this? Do you understand why this would be considered to be a strike against you? And like, if you have another one of these types of outbursts, you will be ejected from the house. Like they allow us to see the reprimanding and the why, and seeing the person that has done something wrong or whatnot, how, getting this information. And they never show anything like that on Big Brother. US, they just cut the feeds and things are different, but we don't know why, and you're not allowed to talk about it, or we're not allowed to hear what they're saying. So I would say, from my experience, I doubt it. What do you think?
I highly doubt it, especially because, like Chantele said, it was in Nevada and the voting was held in Nevada. So I know that they have strict gaming laws, and I'm not sure if that means that could go either way. It could be that we have to know, or that, it could go the other way. So I don't know. But shows like this in America, they don't like to give you anything more than they show you on TV.
Jesus,
and in the case of Big Brother this year, they're not showing anything on live feeds either. So,
right? Blaine says Duck Donuts is popular in the Outer Banks. Yeah, I've never even heard of it. Never been to anywhere that might have it. Northern Virginia? Never been.
Oh my gosh, you're from where Johnny's from.
Do you know Johnny?
Do you know Johnny's family?
Homeless cats. What is Love Island? Subscribe and you'll find out.
The best show ever.
It is a really good show. I'm enjoying it. And I don't even mind really talking about it. I just don't want to bore you guys. Kikwan says there are a lot of theories about what happened, but it's really gang politics. Right. Yes. Well, watch if you're not afraid and you believe. I was mentioned to her yesterday, but her name is Sloan Bella, and she channels him, and she goes kind of into a little more detail as to what happened with his.
Nipsey?
Yeah.
Wow.
EJ says Tiffany Haddish and the comedian Linnell have mad respect for Nipsey.
It's crazy because there's the parking lot he was shot in. He owned or co-owned, I believe, most of the stores in that shopping center. There was only like 6 to 8 stores, but he hired like people getting out of jail. Like he hired people that normally couldn't find a job after getting out of jail. So it was and is really sad about everything because, and they weren't even like big stores either. I think like one was like an essential store with like clothing, like toothbrushes, things like that. Yeah, it was really sad. And that's the parking lot he was shot in. So,
Blaine asks, are you looking for season before the duel? I don't know. We'll figure it out. What I want to know is, like, Blaine, you usually have like all the resources. Can you find us where we can watch Love Island France? Can you see if you can find a resource for that? That would be something awesome. And then I'll figure out between tonight and tomorrow with Michelle what season we want to watch. But we're definitely going to be in the early 20s.
I got to bounce in 10 minutos.
Perfect. Jaquan says, Caitlin, is my upper lip sweating? LOL, you try that in the real world. People are going to look at you crazy. I'm like, that really, really got that kiss from Trey.
That's all it took.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah.
We're kind of winding down. We just have a little bit more to talk about with Lauren. She had an Instagram live where she's answering a couple questions. She was really boring as well, in my opinion. I think she's beautiful. One thing she did say that was, people might think this is interesting, but she does get lip fillers. So us like saying that she has like such cute, pouty, like kissable lips, she gets fillers. So
Lauren or Laurel?
I said Lauren, but I meant Laurel.
Okay.
Laurel is who I meant when I even wrote Lauren. Weird. And so apparently they didn't have to do their laundry in the villa. Thought that was interesting. Whenever they're drinking stuff from their water bottle, it was always Red Bull, that they were drinking Red Bull pretty much 24/7.
What?
Yeah. It's
gross.
I know, but it's because they were so tired because they're only getting a couple hours sleep and they didn't really realize it, right?
Red Bull does not give me wings. It gives me palpitations.
It's really not good for you. And like vodka Red Bull is like so bad for you.
It's really, don't do vodka Red Bull, you guys. Like that is a heart attack waiting to happen. Not
good. Her best friends, we already pretty much knew this, but were Kirsten, Faith, and Cher were all of her besties in the experience. And like we said, we thought their final dresses were provided and somebody did do their hair and makeup. Remember, we're just like, oh, if they did their own thing, they would have looked cuter. And so we were right with the fact that like they didn't choose their own hair and makeup or do it themselves, and the outfits that they picked weren't necessarily their style. I thought. I know you love them, but they did get to keep all the clothes that they wore that was provided by somebody else. So that's cool.
Stop it, Nola.
She went to school for business and minored in human resource management. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got from her thing. She kept on just being like, oh, there's so many questions, guys. Oh my God, there's so many questions. There's so many questions, guys. And I'm like, well, read them. Like, answer them. Just read them.
Be nice.
Well, no, but I just like, I put in a few questions that she never really got to. I just wanted her to like.
What did you ask her?
I don't remember now.
I know that Carrington went off on someone in the comments for Laurel, I believe. Because I guess the same person kept repeatedly, I saw it on Reddit, kept repeatedly commenting on her picture, like really rude things. And he went off on them for Laurel. Ooh. But at the end, he was like, I wish you like nothing but happiness, and I'm serious about that. But like, he was like, you seem to stay on trend with these like gross comments, blah, blah, blah. Like, I hope you find happiness, like leave her alone kind of thing.
I mean, it's good that he did that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my question was I was asking her like, how did she get on the show? Like, was it through?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, where's Sharad? Sharad.
I don't know.
Come back. Tell us everything.
Oh right, yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh yes. I want to know all the details on like how to get on the show, or like how one might. So Leah asked, so what's the next show? So The Bachelorette, Leah. Just get on it. We did our draft picks. So we have our teams. We have our point system. Team Chantele is going to win. We will be talking the day after the Bachelorette airs. So I believe it airs on Tuesday nights. So we will be talking at 2 p.m., between 2 and 4 anyways, on Wednesdays about the Bachelorette.
Probably 2 to 4.
Well, it could be. In the beginning, it's going to be shorter, probably. And then as more people start hanging out and chatting, it'll get longer. But we would love to talk to you about it. We can also talk about the differences between how ABC kind of runs a dating show with CBS, and like we can look at the differences. So I think it'll be an interesting watch. It's supposed to be a very controversial season. So even if you're not a big fan of The Bachelorette, I think that you can get into this season because it's going to be a little bit different than it's usually. So
it'll be very different.
Iquan says he owned in the parking lot the barbershop, hair store, restaurant, clothing, etc. Leah says, you guys think that Trey is still jealous of Justine and Caleb? I think he's just trying to make himself relevant.
It's not working, buddy. Bye.
Yeah, it's kind of
canceling yourself, bro. Knock it off.
Like, it's not, people are not asking him that question. Like, he's like just inserting himself with like that response, and it's just kind of like, it's not a good look. He needs to figure out a new tact. He should be like trying to be friends with them, like so he can get clout that way. That's what I would do.
But yeah, Leah, come watch Bachelorette. It's really good. It will be good.
Elaine says, since I'm all about love shows, a good rewatch would be The Flavor of Love or the Rock of Love series. I have watched all the Rock of Love.
You haven't seen Flavor of Love when, oh my God, someone spit in Pumpkin's face?
No, I definitely haven't seen it because I think I was in Montreal at that time, and like I didn't have like extra cable. Like those channels weren't basic cable, and so
yeah, they were on. I think they were on VH1.
Exactly. So VH1 would be in a channel that you'd have to have like, you know, special cable. And so I remember even at that time, my mom used to mail me a VHS tape of Survivor and I think Alias and Grey's Anatomy. So she would tape it for me, and every week she'd send me the Thursday lineup of shows.
My dad used to do something similar, but he used to burn it on DVDs instead.
So like 10 years later, that's what happens, basically.
We went through the same thing, just different portal.
Jaquan says, Dad, Trey is just a jealous individual. He's probably jealous of you. Probably.
I have 4 minutes.
Dre says that Dexter says that Trey needs to stop. He said she never kissed him. I don't think that they did kiss.
I think they did.
Like a real kiss or just a peck?
I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure he. But by the time we were calling, we said he made out with everyone. He kissed Sally. He kissed Caitlyn. And gosh, I think he kissed Sally and Caitlyn because we were like making fun of him for kissing everyone.
Justine. Anyway, Leah says you can't lie. Justine and Sally had the best fashion sense for sure. I think Justine was.
Kirsten did too, though.
Pardon?
Kirsten had good fashion sense too.
Yeah, Kirsten was cute. They're all pretty good. Better than sometimes I've seen people. I was like, ooh. Leah says The Bachelorette is good because I haven't really ever watched the show, but I hope it's as good as Love Island. I don't know if it's going to be as good, but it's going to be interesting for sure. It's completely different.
The Bachelorette's better than The Bachelor, in my opinion, because I get to swoon over all the men.
Exactly. And usually I don't find the lead guy attractive. So I'm like, who cares?
I find this lead guy coming up very attractive.
Of course you do, because he's like ambiguous in ethnicity.
No, he's not.
Well, he's half black, half white, but like you like.
He's half white? I didn't know he was half white. I thought he was just black.
Oh, I'm assuming that he's mixed, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought he was half. Dexter says he said that he wanted to keep it slow, right? She was not really into Trey. Also, I thought that Sally shaded Justine in the knockout one. Everyone said that Justine had the best fashion sense except her BFF. I don't know. Who did Sally say? I don't remember. Sally did kiss Trey. Yes, I remember seeing that scene. Jaquan says after the island messed up the sound for the interview, so it won't be at 4. What's going on? It seems sketchy.
Something sketchy. Not the Flavor Flav.
I mean, maybe. I'll see how I feel.
It's not that good.
Everybody used to say that I look like New York. I'm just like, I don't think so. Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
True kissed everyone except Justine, either during a game or conversation. Dad, he's innocent. Meso says, yeah, Matt is mixed. Mom is white. He looks good. So we didn't really get to the BuzzFeed feed quiz, but maybe that's so we always have a little bit of information or a little bit of tea that we can bring to you guys every day. We know this is a little bit of a short one, but we both have some other prior engagements that we need to attend to. So we definitely love chatting with you guys. I know it was only an hour and 20 minutes and you're used to at least double this. But now EJ can go back to marking her students' work. Yes, mixed. So Dexter, no, you don't look like New York and you don't want to. I'm not, like, I thought she was great on Big Brother UK, Celebrity UK. She was interesting, but like I'm not really into her vibe that much, and I don't think I look like her at all.
I'm looking her up right now. I don't remember.
EJ says Justine's fashions is more mature. Sely's is flirty hip hop fashion. Exactly. Like, I liked.
You do not look like New York.
I know, right? New York, and the other person that I got from I was a kid that people used to always tell me that I look like is Whoopi Goldberg, and so these people
was it New York that spit in on Pumpkin?
No, I didn't watch it. He just says, yeah. So I like Justine. I liked her, like all of her matchy her day wear, and I found that Sely's stuff was like a little more fun for her nighttime stuff. I don't remember specifically Justine's nighttime gear, but I did remember her. Lounge.
She had like velvety, like she had, oh my god, I was obsessed with 2 dresses. One was like a Bordeaux velvety, like skin, like very contoured dress with like a simple strap. And she had like one that was very similar in like forest green. And they both looked really good on her skin tone.
Don't remember, but
they were in like the unseen bits.
Jaquan says, peace and blessings. Hashtag be great. Yes, Jaquan. Hashtag be great. We love chatting with you. You're going to be our moderator soon. If you guys really want me to go on a date with Liming with
yes, go do it.
Because I'm not putting in any effort. I want to be chased. I don't want to be chasing.
Oh, yeah. Pumpkin spit on New York. My bad.
I don't know who Pumpkin is. I can't believe you guys know all these people so well.
It was so cringe. It was bad. It was like, oh, no, she did not.
Dexter says no someone spit on New York. So Pumpkin spat on New York. Rudolph.
Yeah. Oh, I'll send you a picture of the.
The red velvet was beautiful and the emerald green was lovely as well. Yes, forest green. Sorry, I said emerald, but forest is a better description. Okay, I'm gonna take a look, guys. EJ Justine hands down had the best fashion. Kirsten was sexy fashion. Yeah,
I want Kirsten's jean jacket.
All of them were saying that the stores that they shop at are the typical ones. So Pretty Little Things, Evolve. No, well, they said Shein and what's the other typical one?
Fashion Nova.
That's pretty much what all of them said that they shopped at. And then date girl.
Hotels are date girl.
So this is all we have for you today. We will come back tomorrow for another quick little bite of Love Island chit chat. We'll go through the rest of the BuzzFeed quiz since we got through like half a question, I think.
No, a third.
CELY'S live and LAUREL'S live, and also some of the stuff that you had to bring up. But that's all we have for today. Please, if you haven't done so already, I would love it for you. We would love it for you to subscribe right down over here because it's just going to be so helpful for us to bring more content to you guys. And maybe Liming with Sandman doesn't want to hang out with me because like I have less followers than him, less subscribers. Like maybe
he wants to hang out with just you.
Pardon?
Maybe he wants to hang out with just you.
Oh, stop it. Anyways, is there anything that's going on that you want to enlighten the people about, Brazil?
No. Just follow me on Instagram at BabyZill. I'll follow you back. Or on Twitter at Zelda Brocco. I'll also follow you back. And yeah, I guess I just want to say go to Liming with the Sandman and then
tell him to come here regardless, whether it's to do some sort of collaboration or whatnot, but like, let's make this merger happen. So EJ said the only thing that bothered me of Justine was the lace part of her wigs. I didn't really notice them, but she wore probably a headband, whatever. They weren't looking on fleek, I'm assuming.
I don't know about any of that stuff, so I'm really bad at even.
It didn't bother me. I thought she always looked pretty darn good. So yeah, you can follow me on at Reality Realness with 3 S's on Instagram or on Twitter, but without the second E. You can find me everywhere. Find me here. Subscribe here. Hit that like button. Ring the bell. So every time we go live, you will know. Make sure you catch up on what we've done this past week. So Brazil and I did our cast assessment for The Bachelorette, and then also Phil and I did our cast assessment for The Amazing Race. And then tonight, later on, Jonathan and I, we're going to be talking about episode 1, 2, and 3 of The Masked Singer. So come and join us today at around, we'll probably go live at about 6, maybe 7 p.m. tonight to talk about The Masked Singer.
Which season of The Masked Singer so I can...
Sandman may be gay. I'll look into this. Kisses. Well, I thought that maybe, but then when he says that he really liked Justine, then I was like, oh, maybe not. So yes, EJ, help us out with the tea, please. Get all the deets. Yeah, so join us tonight. If you want to hop on, maybe Brazil, you should watch episode 3 and just come hang out with me and Jonathan.
If I am back from all my appointments, what time are you doing it?
6 Toronto time.
Oh, maybe. No. I will be starting one of my appointments, or my second appointment then.
Well, I'll leave you the link.
But maybe
watch it if you can.
Okay.
He says the brother's not gay. Cool. Perfect. I'm good. Sometimes
look how excited she is, even though he's a Taurus.
Pardon me?
He said, look how excited she is, even though he's a Taurus.
No, I just don't want someone to be coming for me to be like saying that he's gay when I'm not saying it. Like, I'm just like, I mean, I wasn't sure, like good looking model men that are like seemingly older. Like you always wonder, right? So I don't think that he is for sure, but I questioned it at one point until he said that. So I'm happy to hear that he is a straight man. And we'll see what happens. Okay, we love you guys. That's it. We're out. Ciao.